Let's see, is this working? Are we already live? Oh, okay. Looks like we're alive. Alright. Dendro as an Electro Res will be decreased by 30% for opponents that are under the Quicken State. Okay. This effect will be removed 2 seconds after the Quicken State ends. Okay, so you get free res decrease with Quicken reactions. That's nice. These should be the same, right? Yeah. So we just need like Venti on the first half. Hello. And then probably Frozen on the second half. Yeah, and we got the Hydro Base Mage. Okay. We're just gonna burn through these real quick. Do an Archon team here. Probably something like that. And then... oh, you know, Frozen team is not set up. Yeah, that's not right. Because artifacts. It's not correct. Give me that kind of. That still doesn't look like what's going on here. Easy Abyss compared to the last one. Alright. This one. Oh, okay. This is definitely not right. I see. $7.24, 10.14. I'll take $7.24. That's fine. 35, 221. Okay, that's good enough, I think. We're just doing 9 and 10, so that's what everyone says. We got 35 on the last one. I can't beat 12-2. 12-2 is the one with the Kenki trio, right? I think. Yeah, that's gonna be a hard one. I'm probably gonna struggle there too. We'll see. Hopefully I can produce some good tips for that one. We'll see. Consecrated Beast, Wolf Lord. Anything other than the Wolf Lord. 70% of the HP, so well, shield yeah, usually the beasts are way easier to deal with than Rift Hounds and the Wolf Lord in general, so I think that's definitely a big break for us. And then also the Ruin Guards, I think those are also a lot easier to deal with than most of the enemies we've seen. Need a guide for consecrated beasts because they have brutal pattern. Huh. Let's check that out.
念の表情、天心直送。
風の行く先を、もみちばを散らまく。
ご安心を。踊りなさい。それ。にゃっ。連気過信。
風の赴くままに雲がく借りなく時
Okay, hopefully that's a little better.
風を知れ
そこだ命ずる律令に従え 後悔するぞ。雪を前。
Way better. Okay, that's good. Is my voice still really quiet though? Or is it?
マイよっまだまだ
We do guides for 410. I already do have a guide for 10.3. Let me see here. I already do have a guide for 10.3 because I think that's kind of the hardest one, and it's way harder than 10.1 and 10.2. Here, let me see if I can get the mic closer to me. Yeah, I'm gonna scoop right up against the mic. Frost won't cover the entire floor. Yeah, I do have a guide for 10.3, which I think is like way harder than the other ones, and I didn't bother making guides for 10.1 and 10.2 because the time limits on those are so high that if you can clear 10.3, then you can definitely clear 10.1 and 10.2. But if you're struggling with 10.1 and 10.2 as well, and like you can't even get to 10.3, then let me know, and I can try to make videos for those too. How's the video quality, by the way? I remember the last time I was streaming, it was like like the bitrate was really bad because my Wi-Fi is like not great, or rather, I'm like really far from the Wi-Fi. But I turned down the bitrate on this stream, so then the quality is probably worse, but hopefully it's not as laggy. It's fine. Okay, that's good. And yeah, the Mirror Maidens are definitely the hardest part of 10.3. She, not only like her like combat, but then also the slowing water mechanic debuff. That's really tough to deal with. Thinking about doing floor 12, doing spread team first half and bloom team second half. Is it good? I actually don't know 12.2 that well right now because this is my first time running this new cycle of Spiral Abyss. Hopefully after I run it I'll have a better idea. But in general, spread bloom is pretty strong, so I feel like it should work, but we will see. Yeah, I'm worried about that too. Lodgekeeper Diary. I'm really worried about when they introduce that freaking worm, that worm boss. Oh my goodness, I feel like that's gonna be so annoying. He spends even more time underground than the Ruin Serpent does, and I didn't even know that was possible. And yeah, that's gonna be so frustrating. Ruin Serpent to Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness, I'm not looking forward to that. Definitely not looking forward to that. I'm hoping they shorten his like attack pattern, so then, because I think in the overworld right now you have to, like, he does like 4 or 5 attacks before he does that bubble attack, which is really the only time you have the vulnerability window. So I'm hoping like they make that bubble attack appear way sooner than it normally does in the overworld. And so then like maybe after just 2 attacks he'll use the bubble, and then that's when you have a chance to stun him and get some damage in. But otherwise it's gonna be so hard. You're gonna need so much burst. Right, yeah, and he's not, yeah, I don't think his mechanics are too difficult. He doesn't deal like a lot of damage, and he doesn't have that many like outplay potential. He's just got that one stun mechanic from the bubbles, and that's pretty much it, I think. Everything else is like, you just can't hit him. You just can't hit him. Alright, on to floor 10. Floor 10 should also be the same, so yeah, we're gonna put Venti on this half, on the Mirror Maiden side, so that we can stun them. And actually, I think I'm gonna go freeze here. Maybe I'm gonna use the same teams, actually. I'm just gonna use the same teams. I'm using very balanced F2P friendly teams, as you can see here. When he does his laser, he has shorter delay pause than the Wolf Lord. Oh yeah. The same person who designed the serpent. I wouldn't be surprised.
これこそが知恵の伝道。一緒に遊ぼうよ。
Oh,
風だ。ほっ。
oh my god, these guys are actually so far apart.
ここだよ。逃げようなんて思わないでよね。全部丸見えね。私のお家にいらっしゃい。一緒に遊ぼうよ。
Alright, now we got bishops.
律令に従え。
風を知れ雲がく借りなく
ご安心
Oh,
を。
my grouping here is not very good. These bishops are always so difficult to group.
風にはっよっほれ
失礼。それ。すっ。入れよ。
はっはっ
ソーランのい。雪を前。
Oh, I should have gone for the archers first. Shoot.
裁きの雷。
I always forget the ranged enemies on these lower floors. Always go for the ranged enemies first.
足元に気をつけ。見切りました。全部丸見えね。これこそが知恵の伝道。無我の境地。
Really uneven. Oh no. Okay, we got lucky.
具現せよ。表層よ。決し。
風よそこだ風の歌雲の雪
ご安心を。
Even if the artifacts are bad, make sure you level them up, because having high level artifacts is like such a big stat boost, even if like the substats are garbage. Oh, I see. Yeah, I guess if you don't have enough resin to get the artifact experience, that's a different story. Make sure you're running artifact routes too, like from the overworld, picking up the 1 and 2 star artifacts every day. You can pick up 100, like 150 per day, I think, or something like that. And that adds up really quickly, actually, even though they're 1 and 2 star artifacts. Doing that every day will give you a lot of experience.
逃げようなんて思わないでよね。ここより弱滅の時。魂よ、律令に従え。
And we're gonna stagger the Mirror Maiden immediately here, because we want to make sure that she can't get anywhere. And then freeze her immediately. And then that'll also pull in the Electrosystem mages. Obviously, this isn't a very good tutorial run, because like my team is just so much stronger than these enemies. But the general idea is the same. You want to stagger the Mirror Maiden immediately at the start of the stage, and then either try to get the System Mages grouped together using like a CC like Sucrose, and then just continue, either use a freeze team that can continuously lock down the Mirror Maiden, or just drive her into one of the walls. Alright, now we can really get started. So let's see. 11-3. Oh, what's the Dendro damage bonus? Okay, so definitely all high thumb bias here. And there's that quicken, there's the buff for quicken reactions as well on this lunar phase. So yeah, definitely favoring all high thumb and like Tinari. Let's see, second half is the Electro Reg is fine. Okay, so we need Cryo Pyro Geo here. Or Cryo Pyro Geo. Or not Geo, Dendro. Cryo Pyro Dendro. And then on the first half, some kind of grouping. So I guess I would put Sucrose on this half. Yeah, we got Vishops, we got Shrooms. Yeah, lots of Eremites. Okay, yeah. So we need grouping on the first half, and then probably just maybe Burgeon. Oh, and there's a Hydro Abyss Herald too. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking Burgeon or maybe like Fridge. Okay. So let's just try National here. I think National should be fine. Now, anything with Sucrose really is good here. And then on the second half, actually, if I want to run Burgeon, I want Bennett on the second half. Although I guess we don't have to go Burgeon. Yeah, Abyss Herald is pretty annoying, huh? If you have strong Dendro application, Dendro or Cryo application, he's not too bad. But yeah, that does limit it. Yeah, maybe I will go Fridge then. Maybe I'll just go like... No, I'll go Burgeon. I'll go Burgeon here. I think... Wait, no, Burgeon doesn't make sense because we have a Hydro Abyss Herald. So then if I have Hydro on this team, it's not going to work out very well. I want like Cryo, Pyro, and Dendro. That doesn't make anything. Cryo, Pyro, Dendro doesn't give me anything, huh? Reverse Melt first half is fine too. Okay. But I definitely want Dendro. I want to do some kind of like Dendro Pyro, which is like burning, but then like... Or maybe I'll go like Overload with Dendro? Does that... Or like Melt with Dendro? Does that make sense? Yeah, okay. Let's try that. Let's try that. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Probably not super well, but okay. And then first half we'll do some kind of... We need anything with Sucrose. Anything that has grouping. So then like a Taser would work pretty well actually here. Yeah, maybe we can do Taser here. I'll do that. Let's do that. Okay. Let's give that a shot. Just put whatever, your characters are strong enough. Alright. We have turret defense here too. Okay. Okay, we've got 2 archers, 3 melee. It looks like these guys are going straight for the... These 3 here are going straight for the monument, and then the archers are aiming for me. So I'm definitely going to prioritize these melee guys here. Or at least try to get their attention. Yeah, but once Sucrose's ult comes out, it's like over for them, because the CC is just too strong. And I'm assuming it's a similar setup here. I'm guessing those hammer guys are going to go straight for the monument. And then the potion throwers are going to stay on me. So I just need to get these hammer or the melee enemies off of the monument first, and then I can group everybody up and then finish them off. Okay. Oh, I missed that Beto skill. Alright, and then last wave looks like, okay, yeah, same exact situation. Yeah, we've got 2. Oh, actually, oh no, it's 4 melee actually. All of them are going for the monument. Oh, hello, Lucario, man. I know you from the, I think you're in the Genshin Impact Tips Discord channel, right? Assuming that's the same person. I guess you could be a different Lucario man. I guess you're Lucario man 223, so there are maybe 222 of you. Alright, and then we've got some Minotaurs. Oh wow, they have like no mercy on the monument there. Oh god, I actually fell under. I don't have 3 stars anymore. Jeez. Is physical Kaching viable? I mean, I guess it depends on the enemy you're fighting. But I mean, there was a time when she was pretty strong, but I think compared to a lot of the teams these days, like, she's not great. Mostly because she just spends so much time on field, and then you need really strong off-field damage, like, while she's doing her thing on field. So then she's mostly just driven by whatever off-field damage dealers you put her on with. And the thing is, there aren't that many strong, like, Electro and Cryo off. Well, Electro there are, but for Cryo, like, assuming you want Superconduct there aren't that many strong off-field Cryo damage dealers. I guess just Rosaria. Alright, whoa, we got 4 Bishops right off the bat. I need to group these guys a little better. Let's try to find the one with the higher health. Try to focus him down. Oh no, I got frozen right when I wanted to reset my skill. I want to use Xiao, but I don't have Faruzan. I think that's fine. I think you can just use Sucrose, like Sucrose Xiao. That's like the classic Xiao comp. Although if you have Bennett in there, that would be nice, because Bennett also gives a nice damage boost. But I don't, like, if you don't have Faruzan, then it's not the end of the world. You do lose a lot of damage, I guess. Because I think Faruzan provides like a 50% DPS increase, at least, for most Anemo carries. So I guess not having her is kind of a big loss. But you can still run him with Sucrose and, like, Bennett, and I think that's okay too. But people say I will be, yeah, that is generally true. So you are losing a lot of potential there. Is it just, oh, it's just him, interesting. Yeah, Xiao double Geo with Benner or Sucrose. Yeah, that's probably your best bet. What Christian Angelo said. Oh my goodness, Dendro takes so much off of his shield. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. I'm not used to burning this guy's shield down so quickly. That's insane. Oh my goodness. I almost lost Nahida. Holy smokes. You have no idea what Nahida's burst does. She just makes her so her E deals Dendro damage every time there's a reaction made on an enemy, or it marks an enemy, and then it deals Dendro damage every time the marked enemy has a reaction inflicted upon them. And it has a cooldown. It triggers every 2.5 seconds. But her burst makes it so that the Dendro damage deals more damage, and it also decreases the time in between those triggers. So then it allows her skill to trigger much more frequently, and it also deals more damage. Yeah, and it also depends on the elements that you have on your team. Yeah, it looks like as long as we have Sucrose on this first half of Chamber 3, like, it should be fine. Like, she's pretty much making quick work of anybody on this side. And these guys are all melee also, so there shouldn't be too much trouble grouping them.
夜の源源
Oh, my damage is really uneven though.
吸引テストか
I have to get this red guy down a lot
この剣
farther.
はわかるかい歌よ錦となれ
Okay, now we're a little closer.
よく見ておけはっ行くぞ
Ooh, okay. What sparked and maintains your interest in making guides and showcases? That's a good question. I guess for guides I've always been interested in making. For like a lot of games that I've played historically too, not just for Genshin, but then the games that I used to play in the past, I was always interested in making guides because I was interested in the theory of a lot of
覚え
games.
たわよ私のお
But
家
then
に
they
いら
didn't
っ
really
しゃい
gain traction until I started doing it for Genshin Impact. So then once I started getting like positive feedback there, or positive and constructive feedback really, that's when I really started getting more motivated to do it. Because then started getting a lot of feedback on like how I can improve, and then also got a lot of positive feedback saying that I was doing a good job. So then that really helps to drive me to keep going, I guess.
全力攻撃だせい
もみちがを散らまく惜しみ
Will the stream be the only oh wow, that was really quick actually. Huh. I didn't even see me take down the Corolla. That's kind of weird. I must have been hitting the Corolla with like Nahida and like Bennett without, or probably with like Kazuha's burst without like really looking at it. Will the stream be the only Abyss, or will you do other stuff? I guess I can stream other stuff if people are interested in it, but I don't know. I don't have that many good ideas for what to stream, so I guess we'll see. I guess it depends on what viewers want. Why is your damage so low? I don't know. I guess my characters aren't built very well. Sorry. All right. We got. Oh, you know what? I don't think I didn't 3-star Chamber 1 on that one. I just realized because my monolith fell below 60% on that second wave. We'll go back for that one later. All right, Chamber 3. We got Algorithm on the first half. So we definitely need Quicken. We need some kind of Quicken or Hyper Bloom team on the first half. And then second half, Abyss randomizers. Oh, that's a pretty interesting one. Maybe I'm assuming by Abyss randomizer you mean like doing like a random roster and then like going into Abyss with just those rosters, right? All right, in second half, oh, I've seen clips of this one. Yeah, this is the 2-wave one, and then these three spawn super far from each other. Okay. You deserve better artifacts. Thank you. All right, so we're gonna go for, let's see, will Hyper Bloom work everywhere here? I think so. I think Hyper Bloom is fine here. And then on the second half, so I know we need some grouping, but then these guys are so spread apart that we also need like pretty good single target damage too. Kachin Quicken and National Kokomi on the second half worked. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm also thinking some kind of national team on the second half. Oh, but then we've got these Abyss mages. That's interesting. So we definitely need grouping. We definitely need grouping on the first half. Or I mean on the second half. So I think we can just go national first half. Hopefully. We'll see. And then yeah, I'm gonna go for like an OP Hyper Bloom team. I'm pulling no punches here, sorry. We're gonna go all the way here. Alright. Let's give it a shot. You can't group 2 of the second half. Yeah, that's what I heard too, or that's what I saw. Can national variants work with all C0? Probably not. I would say this is to Aripeko Usagimasu. You really want Xingqiu like C2 and Xiangling C4 and Bennett C1, I guess. Those are kind of the 3 kind of key constellations that enable national teams. Without Xiangling C4, you're going to be losing a lot of damage on those. So before that, I mean, I would still build Xiangling because you're gonna use her eventually, like always. But you're really gonna want Xiangling's C4. All right, let's give this a shot.
知識をあなたにもソーランの意向かかれ糸よ工作せよはっシー 深海の加護
無我の境地
Alright, first one's down in about 20 seconds, so that's pretty good for
覚
time.
えたわよ私
We
の
don't
お
want to be
家に
spending
いらっしゃい
like too much more than 20 seconds on each one, I think.
痛がっちゃいないどの
Because
目
we
が
have
出
to
る
fight 4 of them.
見切りました
痛くしちゃうかもあれ狂いなさい
ここより弱滅の時
Okay, second one's on also in about
裁きの
20
一
覚
seconds.
えたわよこれこそが知恵の伝道はびこ
捕まえた糸よ工作せよ
痛くしちゃうかも
Yeah, and this, it seems like this floor is basically just a pure single target damage check. There isn't really, like we're not really doing anything here.
稲光すなわち永
Oh,
遠なり
I completely whiffed. Oh no. Oh, that's sad. Oh, that always feels bad missing Raiden's ult.
ご安心を
かかれ
終わりで撤収タンタンはびこりなさい知識をあなたにもあれ
First
狂
floor
い
is
なさ
pretty
い
easy. Make sure to save your burst for Scorpion and the triple Kenki. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you. I think I just used Kokomi's burst right before I finished that, so I don't know how that's gonna work out for me, but we'll see.
この剣はわかるかい左右ルコ雨描き型
みんながそばにいてくれるわ
安全距離
Alright, Whopper Flowers. I hate these guys so much.
しみる師匠の技を食ら
They
いな
get
さい
staggered all over the place, and yeah, these guys are not fun to fight usually.
股間奥義さいこの剣はわかるかい
Wow, my damage is actually so bad here. What is going on? These guys have so much resistance.
超拡散形態安全距離話が通じないなら叩くまででしょ
Yeah, it looks like National Team's elements are great for this half, actually. They counter all 3 of those Abyss Mage shields like perfectly, so
吸引テスト開
that's
始
kind of nice.
それ
Okay, and then last wave here. I have 30 seconds to clear this. I think it should be enough.
全力攻撃
6308式ユニット
National is quite strong, so
は師
I
匠
think
の技を食らいなさい
even though I only have time for 1 rotation, I think it should be enough. We'll see. Hopefully I'm not jinxing myself here. Oh, but then the problem is, I don't want to have to use a second rotation here.
確認
Because, yeah, I really do want to...
痛いよ
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to make it. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to save my bursts for the second chamber. But then
吸引テスト開始
that means I'm going to have to come back for the 3-star here. When is Sucrose's rerun? That's a good question. I don't know. Does anybody know when Sucrose is coming back? Alright, is this the Scorpion floor that everybody's talking about?
見切りました
ご助力を
捕まえたほっとは糸よ工作せよ
手をつなぎましょうや
ここより弱
Is
滅
Hu Tao
の
good for Scorpion floor? Let's see here. We got 3... So we got these 2 Electro and Pyro enemies, and then we've got 3 of these samurai, so then... Or 3 of the Kairagi. I feel like Hu Tao should be fine. I don't see any issue with running her here.
痛がっちゃいない
と終わりで痛くしちゃうかも深海の加護
These guys are pretty beefy, actually. Wow, quite tanky. Oh my god! Oh wow, okay, that straight up kills me. Holy crap. Okay, wow. I'm pretty sure Raiden just went from 100 to 0. That was so much damage. How do you not get hit? Well, can you get hit while using Nahida's skill? Yes, you can. Yeah, it's not an iframe. Holy crap. 40 to dead? Oh my god, that's actually insane. What is going on here? I gotta study their moveset a little bit more, because I'm actually not super familiar with the beasts' movesets. So they must have some really strong attacks in there.
ここより弱滅の時やっ
And I think I do want to... I'm pretty sure you want to stay focused on the bird, because it looks like the bird is the one that's... Or it looks like the scorpion will always come to you. And then... Oh my god! Holy crap, okay. This is definitely like a Zhongli floor. Like, this is definitely the half where... If you have Zhongli, you bring Zhongli for sure. I think, because, oh my goodness, these numbers are insane. Yeah, just like one slip up and you're pretty much dead. So I gotta study their moveset a little bit, and then I also need to incoming zoo in the last chamber. All right. Souls Impact. Yeah, this is the Dark Souls collaboration.
知識をあなたにも手強いですねご助力を痛がっちゃいないよ終わりではびこりなさいあれ狂いなさい稲光
They have some vulnerability window, I think. Okay. I think it's this jumping attack that I'm mostly looking out for, is my guess. So I just need to keep an eye on that, the AoE on the floor. If I can afford to, or manage to dodge that, I'll be mostly okay. Yeah, like when they come. Yeah, that thing hits hard. Okay, cool. And now this is the notorious Kanki trio. So for the Kanki trio, the main attack you're looking out for is the cryo one. You always want to keep your eye on the blue one and make sure that when he starts doing the charge up attack, you have a burst ready to go to iframe it. And then in terms of focus, I usually keep my focus on the neutral one, the white Kanki, because the other two kind of orbit around him and kind of like walk. They kind of like walk side to side like around him, but the middle one, the center, the neutral white one, will never move. So you wanna keep your focus on that one and then let your AoE damage hit the other two. So those are the two main things I'm going to be focusing on. Just keeping my eye on the blue Kanki to dodge his charging up attack. Or not actually dodge it, but just iframe it with my bursts. And then also keeping my damage focused on the white Kanki. Okay, and I almost died already. Jesus. Okay, and then I died. God. Alright. Yeah, so there I was holding Xiangling's burst because I knew the charging up attack for the blue Kanki was coming. But then I got staggered while on Xingqiu and I couldn't swap to Xiangling and use her burst quickly enough. And that's another one shot. When are you gonna do guide video of this cycle of the Abyss? I'll try to start them tonight, and then starting with Chamber 12 as usual. So I'll probably have a Chamber 12 guide video either probably tomorrow. I don't think I'll be able to finish it by tonight. And then from there, oh my god. And then probably I can usually make like one per day after that. So then 12-2 and 12-3 will follow after that. And so on and so forth. And I'll work my way down to 11-3. I'll probably do one for 11-1 just because it's a monolith defense. And some people have trouble with that one. And then, yeah, I think that's probably going to be the most of it. If you have Diona or Layla, you can use them for Kanki. Their shield is quite good. Yeah, that's a great tip. Since most of the damage on this Kanki floor is coming from the blue Kanki, who deals mostly cryo damage, Diona or cryo shields are going to be really, really effective since they absorb 250% more cryo damage. So having a built Diona, or if you can squeeze in a built Diona or a built Layla into your teams on this half, that's a really good tip. Okay, there we go. So this time I finally got I timed the Xiangling burst correctly here. Oh, I'm really low on energy,
この
actually.
剣はわかるかい左右ルコー雨描き型
And the other issue here is that
全力攻撃だ燃えろ
the frozen field, or the cryo field, makes you basically go auto frozen as soon as you pull out Xingqiu's skill. So then he's actually not great here either.
燃えろ
And I'm not dealing as much AoE damage as I would like to either. That's the other problem.
歌よ錦となれよしみんながそばにいてくれるわ
吸引テスト開始7号式料理の時間だよ
I think I'll still have enough damage, but yeah, it's definitely not like very efficient. The clear isn't very efficient because I was pretty much doing almost all single target damage on the Kenki, or onto the central Kenki,
左右ルコ
and I'm having to kill these guys basically one by one.
安全距離確認輸送の風しみる
So I frame this with my burst again.
叩くまでる
せ
それは
燃えろ
Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's the clear, but yeah, definitely not very clean. On that first half, I got to learn their movesets a little better, make sure I can dodge their attacks more efficiently. And then on the second half, I don't know if I'm going to stick with National. I might try to go for a team that has better AoE damage. But I'm also conflicted there because I know on Chamber 3, the second half does require quite a bit of single target damage because that second wave spawns so spread out. God, I hate the icy. Yeah, me too, man. I hate that icy field. Let's see here. AJ having her C6 helps a lot. God, I hate the icy field. Didn't know about it. Thanks for the tip. Do you get the sense that Nilo's introduction has shifted the Abyss HP damage benchmark higher? I don't know actually. I'm pretty sure like the standard enemies like Ruin Guards and like Ruin Graders and those guys are still doing the same amount of damage and they still have the same like health like multiplier. So I don't think they're like increasing the difficulty of the Abyss, though I could be wrong. But it could just be that the Sumeru enemies are just have like higher base stats. But I don't know. Approaching from the left or the cryo Kenki helps with the initial grouping. Okay, that's good to know. I'll try that too. Sometimes I get one shot at Bennett. Yeah, that's the other issue. What Brian C said. The thing about taking National into that Kenki fight is that Bennett self-applies Pyro, so then when you get hit by the cryo attack, it deals 50% more damage because it triggers a melt. So then, like Bennett, standing inside Bennett's field while you're getting hit by that cryo attack is really bad. You really have to dodge it or iframe it. Alright, okay, we got the algorithm. It's gonna go invisible for the first attack, so you don't want to invest too much here. You just want to use up your skills, tag him, and then let's see, look for him. Yeah, Nahida's skill will reveal him, which is really nice, and then we just trigger a quicken reaction against it, and then we get that vulnerability window. And then here he's gonna use one attack. And then he's gonna go invisible again after this attack. So we gotta mark him again with Nahida's skill. We're gonna wait for him to go invisible. See where he goes. Oh my god, please. Okay, there he is. I'm gonna mark him with Nahida's skill. That triggers a catalyze reaction. And then that takes us into the vulnerability window again. And then, yeah, 2 vulnerability windows should be enough for a hyper boom team like this. Okay, cool. And then second half, this is kind of the notorious one. So first wave, I understand, is not too bad because they will group, but the second half is kind of the tough one, so we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna go in from the side so that I can kind of push them together a bit more.
7号式モジュール630師匠の技を食らいなさいそれやかけ股間奥義
全力攻撃だ
Alright, and this is the one. So I think I'm just gonna take a one-on-one approach here, because as I understand it, you can't really group them. And I'm just... Oh, apparently this is my first time fighting this enemy. You can tell I've been slacking on my world exploration. Oh, I lost Shingchu there. Shoot. Yeah, I'm not able to get enough. It's easier to kill the summons first. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you. I'm gonna read this tutorial, get my 1 Primo gem. Scorching Lore Master. Scatter Mercenary. She will unleash Spirit of Omen Pyro Scorpion. Okay, so she's same as the summoners, but she's Pyro. Okay. Okay, cool. Zuching. Alright, and he's probably behind me. Wait, where is he? Oh, he's over there. Okay. Couldn't see him. Oh dang, Yelan's burst started right now. That's really bad, actually. I should have saved Yelan's burst for when the vulnerability window goes through. I actually don't know if I can make time. I'm 8:45. I can clear the first wave in like 30 seconds. I don't know if 110 is enough to clear the second wave. If the summons die, the 3 girls get stunned. You can group them by sucrose. Oh, okay, that's really useful. Thank you. So yeah, I'll try that. Oh, it looks like the Aramite girl actually doesn't come to me very quickly. So I think I do want to focus her and let the other 2 come to me. No Globus swirl? No, I'm not that good. I'm not good enough to do a Globus swirl consistently. Ooh, that was close. Oh yeah. Oh, and I guess defeating the summons also takes a big chunk off of their HP, so that definitely helps a lot. Yeah, it looks like if I can just AoE all the summons down, then I actually end up doing a lot of damage to the summoners, because it takes off like 40% of their HP when I beat their summons. So then I can take them down one by one pretty quickly, actually. That helps a lot. Alright. So I think we need to go back for Chamber 1, or 11-1, and then 12-1. I'm having trouble with how to level a team. Should I get all characters max, then artifacts, or 1 character at a time with artifacts? That's a good question. It depends on the team. Like, if for the main damage dealer, you definitely want to prioritize them first over everybody else, because typically most teams have like a primary damage dealer, and then they have somebody who's supporting their reactions, and then you have like a healer. So then I would usually build the primary damage dealer first, like at least get their artifacts to 20, get their talents level to 8, get their weapon to 90. Like, those are kind of like the basic benchmarks that I would try to hit. and then with your like the characters that are supporting them, like the reaction support or the healer, I would probably build them like roughly at the same time, I guess, and just kind of level up who is like whoever is lower, and then same with the talents, like use your resin between them and like split the resin, like going back and forth between them, because they don't need as heavy as investment to be effective. You just need them to be effective enough to stay alive or support your reactions and stuff. So I would say build your damage dealer first, like all the way, and then kind of ping pong between your supports. Alright, let's see if I can get this. Okay, so we need grouping here, and remember the melee enemies are the ones that go for the monolith. And then here, I wonder if there's a way to stop the Mitatrolls from attacking the monolith, because yeah, they were just going to town on that thing. So here I'm probably gonna go for. Well, no, you want a Dendro on this half actually, because this is the half that has. Raiden National work on 12 second half? I think it will, yeah. I think Raiden National on the second half of 12-2, or on the second half of floor 12 is pretty good. I use regular National and that seemed to work just fine, so Raiden National should be okay. The summons are sucked by Kazuha easily, kill them fast, and then you can deal with the summoners. Okay, cool. And yeah, what Zoro said, the more damage characters you have, the more investment you need, so then damage characters will you'll need to build like one by one, like one character at a time. Support characters, you can usually thin out your resin a little bit more on them. Run Hu Tao next week. Okay, I'll give that a shot. So here, oh, or maybe freeze is the way to go here. Huh. What's a good Sucrose team? No, I'll just go Venti here. Venti is always the answer. Go Venti Yelan. Actually, I'll go Official and then Venti and then Yelan. Okay, that sounds good. And then here I'll go for Raiden, probably some kind of Hyper Bloom again with some grouping, like Kazuha, I guess. Try that. Who can I substitute Yelan in your Hyper Bloom team? You can use Xingqiu instead. If you need Xingqiu for your national team, that's when you kind of have an issue. Second half with Ayaka Freeze is very easy. Okay, that's good to know too. Thank you. Yeah, and with Venti, this like monolith challenges are just like, so trivial. Oh yeah, that's a good tip, Yeti. Using Barbara as the driver for Hyper Bloom is also not bad. She's kind of a more budget option. Her Hydra application is not that good, but yeah, if you only have Xingqiu as your Hydra applier, then Barbara's kind of your next best option if you're using Xingqiu for someone else. Oh man, yeah, I need to stop them before they actually start like swinging their axes like that. Holy cow. Okay, but I guess we're okay now. Yeah, it looks like this guy's not going for the monolith, so we're fine here, yeah. Yeah, Barbara's definitely a budget option. But I mean, it's enough to beat the Golden Wolf Lord. On single target, it's usually fine. When there's multiple targets, then you might not be generating enough bloom seeds. So, I don't know. Won't Kazuo have issues absorbing elements from enemies affected by Nahida's skill? That is true, but most of the time it's okay, because like if he absorbs Electro, then that means he's just going to trigger Hyper Bloom, which is fine because his EM is very high. If he absorbs Hydro, then that just means you're generating like Bloom Seeds or Dendro Cores more often, which is also fine. I guess it can be an issue if he absorbs Pyro and you're trying to run like a Bloom team. But then that wouldn't really make sense. You wouldn't run Nahida with Pyro if you were gonna go Bloom. So yeah, if you run like Nahida, Kazuha, and then a Pyro, then you're probably running Burgeon anyway. So then that's also fine. So usually Kazuha is typically fine in most Nahida teams. Alright, and then we just need to 3-star Chamber 1 here. This was... okay, this was the Ruin Guards. Okay, and then all the grouping here. Okay. Probably just Kazuha here. Kazuha is probably going to be super good here, actually. We have... So we need Pyro. Pyro actually breaks both Cryo and Electro. Okay. And Hydro. Okay, so this naturally lends itself to a Vaporized team. Yeah, that's why National works pretty well here. I see. And then here we can really go anyone. Hyper Bloom seemed to be pretty good. I think Yelan or Hu Tao would be really good since her single target damage is good. I'll try Hu Tao. Although I don't know if Yelan can sustain her own energy by herself without Xingqiu. We'll give it a shot. What's a good team to play with high ping? Hyper Bloom, I would say, is definitely a really good one, just because it has like the auto aiming like functionality. So you don't really have to, as long as like you're casting your cooldowns, like you're probably hitting the enemy. Aside from Hyper Bloom, I guess teams that deal damage over time in general are good, since you only have to cast their skill like once, and then like you don't have to do much, like Kazuha, Venti, like those guys. Official. So probably like some kind of, maybe like a Kazuha Overload team. I could see that one being pretty good in high ping. Maybe even like a Hyper Raiden team, something like that. Something that doesn't require like a lot of swapping. I think in general is good for a high ping. High ping Bloom. Do you prefer national over international? Define international, I guess, because is international child, I guess? Child and Raiden? Just an high ping Bloom. That's actually so good. Alright, Hu Tao, show me what you got. Alright, sweet. Oh wow, I actually got my energy back on Yuan already. That's surprising. I guess it's because all of those energy particles from the enemy being dead. That helps a lot. Oh, Child and Kazuha International. I see. I don't have Child, but if I did, I would definitely run International. It's a great team, yeah. Do you have C2, Yelan? No, she's C0. The only 5-stars I have constellations are on, other than the standard banner characters. I have C1 Hu Tao, and then I think that's it actually. I think Hu Tao's my only constellation, or 5-star constellation. Any tips on how to dash cancel on Hu Tao on mobile? I can't even dash cancel on a PC, so good luck with that, I guess. You're definitely asking the wrong person. I'm sorry. I rely on positioning and like rotations and in theory, and not so much on mechanics. Plug up a controller. That's a good one. Yeah. Wow, these guys actually have so much resistance. I'm like doing no damage to them.
ルオパー火を吹け話が
この剣はわかるかい股間奥義雨描きがたしはっそこくらえみんながそばにいてくれるわ
How are you so good at English? I grew up in the States. I'm American pretty much. I'm Korean, but I'm Korean American. I lived in the US my whole life.
左右ルコ
Oh yeah, if there's anybody from Indonesia watching, halo, aku dari USA, tapi aku bisa ngomong Indo sedikit. Frick, I don't know how to because istriku orang Indo. Orang Indo. That's like the only thing I can say in Indonesian. But I learned a little bit. But yeah, English is my first language, so that's why I'm so good at English. Sorry to disappoint you.
雨描きがたし
Nice bahasa though. Thank you. Terima kasih. Even this stream is international. I love it. That's right. Alright, let's see here. Let's see what else we can run here. I think... Alright, we got our stars. That's good. Yeah, I am married. I'm an old man. I'm probably a lot older than a lot of people think I am. I think I'm gonna crack open the artifact boxes first. See if we get any exile or instructor pieces. We got def there. Are you in my 40s? No, I'm not. I'm not in my... Okay, I'm not that old. Or not to say... Not to say if anybody is watching and they're 40. Not to say that you're that old. But no, I'm not 40. I'm actually 30. I just turned 30 in November. Oh, whoops. Don't want to use that. Oh, I already burned through all of them. Okay. HP Paradise? Probably not. Oh, this has potential. I'm going to roll this one. Def Sands. Oh, this has potential too. Crit attack. Okay, that's really nice actually. I got 2 potentially good pavilion pieces. Let's see what we get here. So we got attack crit rate. One thing that I do for people who are having trouble like sorting artifacts is if you ever get a 3-line artifact with 2 favorable stats like this, like attack and crit, I always roll it to +4 at least to reveal the 4th line. And then if that 4th line is not favorable, then I'll just feed it into my next 3-liner. And you'll see why in a sec here. Okay, so I got Elemental Mastery here, which is not great for the Pavilion set. So I'm going to hold on to this +4 that I just rolled, and I'm going to roll the next one. So here's another one that I just got. This is also a 3-liner that has 2 favorable stats, like crit damage and attack. I want to roll the 4th line, and what's going to happen here is that I'm going to use that +4 artifact that I just rolled to feed this one, because a +4 5-star artifact, it always has enough experience to +4 another like a 5-star artifact. So then I just keep feeding this +4 over and over and over until I find a 3-liner that actually has a good 4th line. In this case, it's def, so I'm not going to lock this one either. So I'm going to hold on to this +6. So now I have this +6 fodder artifact. And the next time I get a good like 3-line artifact, I'm going to take this one and feed it into that. And I just keep repeating, I keep recycling it until I actually get a good 4-liner. And then that's when I take it up to 20. Okay, I missed a lot of comments here. Let's see here. Not knowing his viewers are older than him. Oh, wow, okay. Call him Jolly's ancient. Do you remember me, C1 Hutao or Nahida? Do you recommend C1 Hutao or Nahida? Ooh, that's a good question. I usually favor expanding your team comp options over kind of investing heavily into a single 5-star, because most 5-stars are strong enough to like clear like hard content just on their own, just at C0. So I would probably go Nahida, just because having Nahida on in your roster is like it completely explodes like your team comp options, and she's just so good. So I would probably go for Nahida personally. Abyss artifacts don't taste the same as I remember, but where are the artifacts? All right. Plus, she expands lore. that's a good one, actually. That's the real reason I rolled for Nahida. Okay, let's see here. I think somebody recommended freeze on the second half. Was that right? A buddy of mine showed me your vid. I like your element video. Thank you very much, and thank you to your buddy. I think somebody asked if Hu Tao can be used for the Scorpion floor, so I think I'm gonna go there. Only issue is Hu Tao cannot take on this guy, because unless we do like a Dendro Electro Hu Tao, which wouldn't really make sense. Let me think. Yeah, no, I don't think I could fit in Dendro there at all. Can you do account reviews? I can try to do account reviews, yeah. I posted... I made a post in the 3.3 Spiral Abyss asking for people to submit their accounts, and I got a few there, and I got a video out of that one. So I'll probably do the same thing for 3.4. I'll probably make a post asking people to submit like accounts or like screenshots of their accounts or like builds and rosters, and then I can try to comment on like where I would try to go next, what teams I would run, things like that. So yeah, I'll definitely try to do that. Burgeon Overload Hu Tao. Hu Tao Double Hydro work for me on 12.2.1. Kenki mess me up. I see. Okay. It's doable, but need high investment Hu Tao. Oh, okay. Interesting. So I guess you just like keyboard smash with her and try to just brute force the algorithm with Hu Tao. Can Hu Tao, Layla, Xingqiu, Mona work, or should I try Fischl, Albedo? I don't have Zhongli and Yelan. Hu Tao, Layla, Xingqiu, Mona. I think that should be fine. Although if you don't have Zhongli, I generally recommend Toma. Toma is really good for Hu Tao, just because you get the pyro resonance, you get a source to swirl a pyro off of. So like this is typically the where's my Toma? Toma, Sucrose, Xingqiu, Hu Tao. This is typically the Toma Hu Tao variation that I run. And this one does like very well. So even if you don't have Zhongli or Yelan, this is usually like Hu Tao's next best option in my opinion. Double Hydro Unga Bunga enough to brute force Mr. Simon. Why is his name Mr. Simon? Can also use Enka, probably easier to check your builds. Yeah. The video where you help specific people doing better with the biz was pretty awesome. Oh, thank you. Yeah, definitely Enka would definitely help. If you can give me an Enka link, that'll just like, you don't have to upload your images, so then yeah, I can just click on the link and see all the builds, which is really helpful. Have you tried Faruza on C0? Wow, everything leveled. I usually try to take all of my characters to 80 and get their talents to like 7 at least, and get artifacts to 20, weapon to 90, like standard like benchmarks, so that I can use like whoever I want whenever I need them. If you're good at dodging, use Amber instead of Toma, because I think it makes the rotation easier. Oh, that's interesting. I don't think I've ever run Amber with Hu Tao, but I do know, yeah, that's the thing. Especially if you have like Elegy. I remember people who have Elegy run Amber with Hu Tao, and that EM buff is like really, really valuable. Okay, so then here, and then I might do Raiden National here, because I think somebody asked about that as well. Oh wait, no, but I can't do Raiden National because I'm using Xingqiu on the first half. Huh. I kind of want to do something with Nahida. I feel like Nahida is really good on the second half, actually, because there's a lot of spread out enemies, and then she's really good at like linking them and dealing damage to all of them at the same time. So I feel like Nahida has like super high value here, but I just don't know what. Actually, can you just run Hyper Bloom here? Will that do enough damage? Like if I do Nahida Coco? Nahida Coco only. Will that work actually? I feel like that might work. Let's try that. So I'll do like Nahida Hyper Bloom on the second half. Is C0 Sucrose viable? Yeah, I think so, for sure. Sucrose is not really dependent on her constellations too much. A lot of her value comes from her grouping, which you automatically have from C0. Also, the fact that she can use VV, which reduces enemies' resistance by a lot. And also the EM buff that she gives to her allies, which makes her reactions stronger. And you get all of that at C0. So I would definitely say Sucrose is absolutely viable at C0. And not only that, but like she's probably one of the most cost-effective characters at C0 because like you need almost nothing to make her effective. You just need 4 pieces of VV. You need some EM on her if you can get EM, as much EM as possible, and then like a Thrilling Tales or a Sack Frags, and you're good to go. Like that's it. Like you don't need to do anything. Don't need to level talents. Don't need to level the weapon. I mean, I guess you do need to level artifacts because you want to maximize that EM, but even then, it's not like that critical if you don't. Just the VV and the grouping is like so big. Oh dang, I can't. Yeah, I can't one cycle these actually. Jeez.
俺が守るよ。
吸引テスト開始。
股間奥義。
Okay, so not as strong as I would have hoped actually.
この剣はわかるかい?
Because if I can't one cycle these with Hu Tao, then I'm in trouble because we need to fight 4 of these guys. There's a guy who runs level 20 Sucrose in all of his videos. Wow. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Yeah, Sucrose is so cost effective. Oh, I need energy on Shinshu. Okay, and the idea here is that even though I don't have grouping, since Nahida kind of like links the enemies together, and Hyper Bloom has like a really long range, I'm hoping that like the enemies will just die from... Oh wait, but then I forgot about the shields. Huh. Although I have Hydro, so I can break the Pyro Shield. I guess the only counter I don't have is for the Cryo Shield. So I have to kind of pay special attention to that one. Yeah, I think this is gonna work kind of well. Why don't you play in English? Because I'm a weeb. I'm a gigantic weeb. That's why I don't play in English. Kuki applies enough Electro for the Cryo Shield. Okay, yeah. It seems like it. That wasn't too bad. Alright, so let's see if Hu Tao can handle these scorpions. If you play Genshin, you have to be to some extent. Amen, that's true, huh? Yeah, no problem with these guys. Her damage is... Yeah, her single target damage is just so absurd.
吸引テスト開始。
Those two came down at the same time. That could have been bad if I didn't dodge it.
よっほっうんあいってらっしゃい。
Itarashai.
5時の炎
安全距離確認。
左右ルコ雨描きがたし
Yeah, it looks like Hutao's gonna be just fine here. We've got time is. I feel like time is still fine. I'm pretty sure you only need like 90 seconds for the Kenki trio. So yeah, I feel like in terms of time she's doing okay. Survivability doesn't seem to be an issue.
6308 ユニ
So yeah, Hutao seems to be okay. Oh, I missed. Oh shoot, I missed that Xingqiu skill. Means he's not gonna have energy back. But yeah, that was a 840, 830 clear, I think. That leaves me about a minute and a half for the second half, which usually is enough if you can deal enough AoE damage on the Kenki trio. Oh, okay, I see why that person was saying it's better to go from the
ソーラン
left
の憩いやっぱ
to force him to dash. I see, that makes sense now.
天道
I'm gonna iframe the explosion. Oh yeah, Nahida feels super good here actually. Wow. Yeah, because like even if like they're not grouped and you're not like anywhere near them, the Trikarma procs are just dealing so much AoE damage.
私のお家にいらっしゃい。全部丸見えね。や
難攻不落
や手をつなぎましょう。ご安心を。しっかり立ってな。ふふ。知識をあなたにも。海のちぎりよ。
Who is it? Let's see.
ふっやっ。
He and Nemo could have a lot more health. Okay. Yeah, so I'll focus on him.
手をつなぎましょう。私のお家にいらっしゃい。
Yeah, those Trikarma procs are just ripping them apart so
おとなし
fast.
くしな。はびこりなさい。お、慰のリン。ふふ。
Yeah, so that was also not a very clean run, but then yeah, Nahida's AoE damage is just so good, especially when the enemies are far apart. Like that's like really nice. Does your shield take damage during burst iframe? No, it does not. Yeah, seriously. This team is a cheat code. Infinite healing, damage immunity, no need to aim. Yeah, for sure. It's like you have stagger resist because it's only shield. And then even if they break through the shield, you have healing. You have healing from two sources, from Kokomi and Kuki. And then Nahida makes it so that you don't have to aim pretty much. You just snapshot everybody and then, or you just take a picture of everybody and then they just die on their own. It's pretty crazy actually. And then does your shield take damage during burst iframe? No, it doesn't. It used to in like version, up to like version 1.6 or something. Shields did take damage during iframes, but then they ended up patching it because it turned out to be a bug. And now, yeah, when you're using like your burst or something, your shield will not take damage even if you get hit. Do you build your Nahida using EM, Dendro crit, or full EM? I build her full EM. If you spend a lot of time using like her charged attacks, then crit Dendro attack or crit Dendro damage can win out sometimes, but it's like only by a little bit. Her EM scaling is like super good because her A4 passive increases her crit rate and her damage percent based on her EM. So then even if you build full EM, you're basically double dipping in those stats. So then you end up getting a lot of those stats back anyway. So then, yeah, most of the time, full EM is the more cost-effective way to build her. If you're spending a lot of time on field, then sometimes the crit and Dendro damage can win out because of her because it boosts her normal attack and charge attack damage too. But I personally recommend just going full EM. Let's see. Is Kokomi covered by Hydro when she casts her E skill? No, I don't think so. I don't think it self-applies Hydro. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. How do you manage the energy of Nahida? Honestly, I don't really. I just use her burst when it's up, but I usually don't. Like, it's not like a requirement, in my opinion. Because it takes it down from like 2.5 seconds down to like 1.9 seconds. which is a 40, like a 20% damage increase, which is pretty good. 25% damage increase, I guess, which is pretty good actually. But yeah, I don't really pay special attention to her energy, or as much as I should, I guess. I have about 140% ER on her, I think, which I think is enough for most cases. I use Hyper Bloom both half 9 to 12. It does on cast. Oh, it does on cast. Okay, I didn't know that. I did not know Jellyfish self-infuses with Hydro, huh? I don't have Kuki or Raiden. Is there any alternative with Hyper Bloom? That's tough, actually. Without Kuki or Raiden... Yeah, I don't know, actually. I don't have good recommendations, because nobody else really deals, like, area electro damage. Like, Lisa and Beidou, like, both deal good, like, multi-target electro damage, but they don't, like, deal area electro damage. So then they're not going to hit, like, they're not going to do splash damage onto the Bloom Seeds. So, yeah, I don't know. You really need one of those two to enable Hyper Bloom, I guess. Fischl can kind of work, I guess. Like, but it'll only work during her... Like, you have to alternate between her Oz Summon. No, Fischl's not going to work. Fischl's not going to work. Maybe, like, Fischl with Sucrose. Like, if you can get Sucrose to absorb the Electro, or infuse Electro with her ult, then, or with her burst, that'll work. But otherwise, it's going to be pretty tough. Let's see. I asked because I saw your Kokomi froze when you casted E on top. Oh, I see. Okay, I didn't realize that. Huh. You can use Dory Freeze Hyper Bloom. Sucrose Swirl can Hyper Bloom. Is your Kuki full EM also? Yeah, it is. My Kuki is full EM, built for Hyper Bloom specifically. And her healing scales off of EM too, which helps a lot too. So I do like EM on Kuki a lot. She has like 1050 EM, I think. On-field Lisa Hyper Bloom. That could work actually. Yeah, since you can use like charge attacks with Lisa to trigger the Hyper Blooms. But I don't know. That doesn't seem very efficient. Beidou can also work, but then you're really just relying on her skill cooldown to do it. And her skill has a 7-second cooldown, so you're not going to be triggering Hyper Blooms as quickly as you need to. Dory Line Dash. Oh, Dory's a good one actually. Yeah. Dory could actually work if you have Dory. Yeah, because her burst creates that tether, that electro tether. So then as long as you're kind of staying, or as long as you can like walk through the Dendro cores as you're fighting with her burst up, that'll trigger Hyper Bloom. So Dory actually is a good alternative. Like a F2P electro alternative for Hyper Bloom actually. Alright, Sino, Lisa on field, that sounds bad. Sucrose Hyper Bloom trigger with DMC. Does Layla's shield absorb the blue Kenki's floor on a cryo better? Yes, it does. Layla's shield is a cryo shield, so then it absorbs cryo damage 250% or 2.5 times as more effectively. Sino would also work too. Sino would be great. I just didn't list him because he's a 5-star option, and I don't know how many people have Sino for Hyper Bloom. Alright, let's see if this final floor... I don't think I can beat this with Hu Tao. I'd be surprised. I don't think I have enough damage here. Oh wow, I have like no energy here. Because the thing is, I don't even have Electro, so then even if I can break these things, which ends up putting him into this state here, like I can't even get him out of it. So it's like, what am I supposed to do? I guess I just wait for the invisibility. Yeah. Although it's actually not that bad. He broke out of it more quickly than I expected him to. Okay, but then he's gonna go invisible again. Okay, where is he now? He's over here. So yeah, again, there's no really point in me like trying to hit him, because I just have to wait for his invisibility to end either way. His invisibility is a lot shorter than I remember. I thought he stays invisible for way longer than that. Like if you can't break the invisibility, so it's actually better than I thought. But yeah, this is way too slow. There's no way I'm gonna have enough time to clear the second half with this. Oh wait, no, hold on.
吸引テスト開始。
この剣はわかるかい？股間奥義。
おい、よし。
Where are you now? We're here. No, not that way.
よっ。
炎の盾、俺が守るよ。
6308式。
Why do you not jump cancel? Because I'm not good. I can try, but like I can't do them consistently. So then I don't want to look like a fool, you know? Boomer reactions. Oh my god. Okay, I feel a little called out, but oh no, she died. Okay, yeah. I don't think Hu Tao was made for that chamber. Let's see here. What did I miss? Kaching Hyper Bloom is pretty good actually. Full Kaching, yeah. I think that could work actually. Her electro application is quite good actually, and she does deal plenty of AoE electro damage. If you recommend Sucrose, what build though and what weapon? For artifacts, 4-piece VV, no question about that. This is for Lance Rosario. A 4P VV on Sucrose, no contest there. For the weapon, you have several choices. Usually comes down to sack frags for more EM or Thrilling Tales if you have like a single carry that you want to buff. I usually use Thrilling Tales, but either one is fine. Let's see. I'm using a Noel team from Kaching mains consisting of Geo, MC, Kaya, Rosaria. Don't get the rotation. Let's see there. Geo, MC, Rosaria, Kaya. Typically, in general, the recommendation is to, or what I recommend is use the highest cooldown or highest cooldown abilities first, or the ones that, the cooldowns that last the longest. So then between, I think Geo MC lasts for like 10 seconds, Rosaria's lasts for 12 seconds, Kaya's lasts for also around 9 seconds. So then probably like Rosaria's, no, but then Geo MC's burst also applies crit. Okay, so then I would probably open with Geo MC, no, hold on. I don't know to be honest. I was thinking like Geo MC burst, and then Rosaria burst, Kaya burst, and then Noel, blah blah blah, and then like battery Noel with Geo MC skill after that. I feel like that could work, but then yeah, I don't know if you're gonna be able to get that energy back up. Break is invisible, Dendro Core, man, so let's see one anyway. Jump cancel. They're using Pilot 5, Def 2 if dash cancel that machine. We're in this together where we don't animation cancel. Which set for Ride and Hyper Bloom? Ideally I would probably do like 4-piece Lost Paradise, which is like the EM Hyper Bloom set. That's definitely the best one. I currently just run 2-piece Wander or 2-piece EM pieces. So then like Cookie's build, for example, I'm just using 2-piece Wanderer, 2-piece Gilded just for the flat EM. And then I just have EM on all of them. And that's the same thing that I would recommend for a Raiden Hyper Bloom team as well. Right now I'm using like a hybrid build on Raiden, which is why I didn't show that one. I probably wouldn't recommend this because I have like, I'm running attack EM crit, which is like, because like I still get like a decent amount of like crit rate, crit damage, ER, attack, and like electro damage, and then I just have like a little bit more EM than I normally would for slightly stronger Hyper Blooms. But I probably wouldn't recommend this. This is what I usually use, but and it works out fine. But I don't know if that's like best. I think full EM is probably the way to go. Let's see here. I wouldn't try that chamber without Quicken. Yeah, definitely agree. Definitely recommend bringing a Quicken team or a Hyper Bloom or a Quicken team for the Dorito. Is Kaching locked behind Hyper Investment to be useful in Abyss? It depends on what kind of build you're using for her, I guess. If you're using only for Hyper Blooms, like similar to Raiden, then not as much investment is needed because you just need that EM and the high level on the character. If you're going to use her as like an actual electro carry, then yeah, probably need a lot of investment. Her scalings are decent. Her base stats are good. You're going to have to get her to level 90. Give me a second. All right, my wife is yelling at me to come eat dinner, so I'm gonna have to cut this one short here, guys. But thank you everybody so much for tuning in. Hopefully I can do more streams and answer more questions in the future. I will. Yeah, sorry to end on such an abrupt note. Yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I will see you guys soon. And yeah, I'll try to post the 12.3 video. Probably not tonight, but I think I can get it in by tomorrow, I think. I'm going to start working on 12.3 guide today, and then I'll try to post it tomorrow. So yeah, thank you very much everyone. Have a good night, or have a good morning or evening or day, depending on where you are. I'll see you guys next time. See ya.